Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're here with another art video, which I will try and be prioritizing. So, obviously the first thing you'll notice is I'm using characters from, I'm not just drawing it off of its own, poses. I used a website/app called Just Sketch Me. And honestly, I like it because you have to make your own poses, and I'm not good at making hands. So this was very useful for me. But we have Spawn versus Carnage. Second thing, I'm not just doing Spider-Man anymore. The reason I stopped was because there was only so many Spider-Man drawings that I could make. So now I have stuff that's related to Spider-Man, but won't just be Spider-Man. I messed up somewhere with Carnage, and it was with the chains. The chains were annoying for Spawn, but I made them work. I do like what I did with Carnage. I kind of mixed Spider-Man Unlimited with the comic books, and I think it actually turned out really good. I also love the split jaw that I did. I don't remember what that was. I think I was just laying in my bed one day, and I was just like, it'd be cool. Split jaw Carnage. I was originally going to put them in space, but you couldn't really see Spawn. And I used a lavender for Spawn's outlines, so I don't have to do the gray, which I ended up doing later. But it still looks super cool, honestly. I enjoyed making this. But honestly, this one, even though it was the first, I think this one was one of the more difficult ones. Actually, no, it wasn't. The most difficult one is a later one that I'll get to. This one was one of the fun ones, honestly. Because it was just a silly little concept. It's like, what if these two fought? How cool would that be? And honestly, turns out pretty cool. Not much shading to be done with Spawn, though, because most of his outfit is black, and I use black to shade, so I can't really shade much other than his cape. But I am getting to that. I think I could have shaded it a little bit more, but it still looks pretty good for what I did shade. I add something that I've kind of been experimenting with later, but Carnage, both of them don't really have that much shading, but they do have lighting. But Spawn already has it. And I added a little fabric thing for the cape. I like it. Now, this next one, you probably already saw. But I experimented a little bit with this one because I used a softer brush for the drawing, so that it kind of had... Sorry, I'm in my closet right now. So it didn't have as sharp edges as it usually does with my drawings. But this one is Wally West Flash versus Quicksilver. I like Wally West, and I like Quicksilver. One thing I don't like about Quicksilver, though, is any of his green suits. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to make a green suit. Just to see to get the feel of it. Now, I made this version of Quicksilver in Lego, so I had a good basis to go off of. And honestly, I like the green. It looks good. At least here. I'm just so used to the blue that just looks weird anywhere else. But Wally West looks cool. I like Wally West. He's sick. But this one, I just wanted to make the Speed Force. So I didn't really put that much effort into the background. But it does look super cool, though. It's kind of difficult to figure out the lighting because and the shading because I still need to shade. But I can't really shade much because there's lightning and light all around them. It still looks cool, though. And I did end up making a green version and a blue version, which is a theme you'll see in these videos. I want you guys to let me know which one's better. But this one, based off of just the poses, I bet you could already guess which 3D guys these are. So, it's Superman versus Omni-Man versus Homelander. Now, at first I was going with a modified Henry Cavill design by this guy on Pinterest, but then I wanted Kingdom Come, and then I wanted Batman Beyond, and then I just wanted a classic, and then but I had to do some modifications for Batman Beyond because he doesn't have a cape and he has a black suit. But honestly, I like the Henry Cavill look. I might go back and afterwards and do one of David Cornsweet's Superman, because that's out now and it looks gorgeous. But I added the My Adventures with Superman one, and I think it turned out pretty cool. One thing I'm not too glad that I did was I didn't try to imitate the Invincible art style, so it didn't really look as good as it could have been. But I do like how these two turned out. The laser clash, that turned out sick. And honestly, drawing Superman 5 different times was a little bit annoying because I had to modify each and every time using different colors, different reds, different greens. There ain't no green. Honestly, the Kingdom Come suit, I love that suit. It's probably one of my favorites. Either that or Batman Beyond, because I love the Batman Beyond suit. I love Batman Beyond in general. And then here's the My Adventures with Superman. A really good one. I like that show. But I did take photos. Well, not take photos. I found photos of the boys. I found a photo of the boys drawing and photos from the Invincible show to pull colors from there, so that would be at least semi-accurate. And Homelander's cape actually turned out pretty good, honestly. And we're on to shading. I used a soft brush for shading here, which is what inspired me to use the soft brush for drawings. So these are a bit out of order, but it's fine. But honestly, you guys probably couldn't even notice it. If I didn't mention, I don't think any of you guys would have seen the soft brush. But honestly, it looks super cool. And I'm on to lighting now. I like what I did with the lighting. I used the same red that I did for the lasers for the lighting, so that it looked like the lasers were actually giving off light. I like that. It looks so good. But here are all the different suits. Tell me which ones are your favorites, because I like Kingdom Come and Batman Beyond. This one was added last minute, because I didn't know who else to have. This one kind of had a few different characters, but I found this Green Goblin design that I really liked, so I decided to use it. If I can remember where I got it, then I will try and credit this guy. But like I said, this is not mine. That I wrote there, this is not mine. I found this Nightwing suit that I really like. I like Nightwing, and honestly, the yellow looks super cool. I like how well it's integrated here. And obviously, we couldn't have an art video without some sort of Spider-Man. Sorry, I don't have water next to me. But honestly, it had been a while since I'd drawn Spider-Man that I almost forgot how to do the webs. I forgot how to put webs on the boots. And then I did a little bit of a mess up here. Started coloring before I finished webbing the boots. And then I had to make sure I got everything with the red. I noticed right there as I was doing the leg. And then I noticed I forgot the goblin glider. Which, only a little bit important. Just a little bit. Honestly, Nightwing turned out really good. I liked how that turned out. That looks good. Forgot the little things on the edge of Green Goblin. You chose a different green and purple. I don't really like light green goblins. It's kind of a little bit of a tongue twister there, isn't it? Light green goblins. But I like dark green and dark purple. He has a pumpkin bomb, but it's not that noticeable. Sorry, I'm very tired. What am I doing now? Oh, we're shading the glider. Forgot. But yeah. This one was super fun to make, honestly. I put the most effort into this background, though. His background's going to take up a pretty good chunk of time, honestly. At first, it was just going to be this, and then a few more buildings, but then I added on more and more. And I used a perspective tool on Procreate, which is the app I use, just to make a pretty good building, and then I had to draw all of this by hand, and it was very annoying. At first I was just going to leave the buildings blank, but then I was like, no, I've already detailed some buildings, so I dug the hole of it not move. Nope, I'm just erasing parts, never mind. And I just dug myself deeper. I kind of became lazy on some of them and just added lines. Not that one, though. Yep, just added those on there. It did help, though. Helped to not lose my mind with this freaking drawing. But the brick helped because a lot of the buildings were going to be brick. But not all of them. Not a lot of them, honestly. A lot of them were brick and then glass. Just because... yeah, this is already more detailed than most of my other drawings. And here we are, lighting, more buildings, building color, all this fun stuff, right? I'm running out of words to say. Yeah. This was a very tedious background, but I didn't give up. That's something, I guess. Alright, and now, boom, look at that. Oh yeah, and the webs. I forgot the webs until the very end. And this one took me the longest. I used Just Sketch Me and Hero Forge for the weapons. Because there's not a chance in hell I'm paying $14 a month for $15 a month for weapons, or $100 or $100 one time for weapons when I could just use Hero Forge. But I made Alucard from Hellsing in Hero Forge, and then I took a picture of him, made Blade in Hero Forge, and then took a picture of the katanas. No, I didn't even make Blade in Hero Forge. I just grabbed the katanas. I spent way too much time making Alucard. But this one took me a while. I would want to work on it, but then once I did, I'd do like one thing and be like, okay, I'm done. This one was kind of just tedious. I did like it, though. This one was fun to make. But Yeah, I have yet to watch Hellsing, but I do know some Alucard lore, like he's Dracula. Spoilers, sorry, but his name is literally Dracula backwards. Blade was pretty easy to draw, honestly. Unlike the movie, to make, Jesus Christ, it's gone through 2 directors already, and like 7 writers. I tried to. I wanted it to be in London because they both have London usually, but it was just too difficult to trace, so I just didn't. But the shading looks good. I'll give me that. And honestly, I love how this one turned out, and I hope you do as well. I will see you all in the next one.